Hey everybody, here on this Friday night, we're in the ABC13 newsroom for your evening news. I'm Chauncey Glover here along with Mina Moreno. We want to start with this story right here. Astros team owner Jim Crane addressing the media. Of course, we haven't heard from him since he fired the general manager of the Astros, Jeff Luhnow, and manager A.J. Hinch. Of course, the firings in connection to the team's sign stealing scandal that has been just explosive this week.
It really has. A lot of people talking about it. So this was at the team's annual Diamond Dreams Gala. Well, he says they expect to have a manager in place by spring training. Now, that's, right around the corner. So here's what Crane had to say about the entire situation.
It's been good. I mean, listen, we went through it Monday. We made some mistakes. We made a decision to let that get behind us. We think the future's bright. We'll make the adjustments. You got a lot of really smart people here in the baseball ops, and it's very deep. And, people think we're in crisis. I certainly don't believe that. We'll be fine. We'll get this behind us. We'll get going, and we'll start playing baseball in the spring.
All right, so he's having a positive attitude there.
Really
right
is.
Around the corner, he's planning to have that new position filled by early February. Of course, everybody's hanging on to every turn in that story.
Yeah, but we'll see, because this continues to develop. So just a few weeks from spring training.
Another big story we've been following today, dealing with the Spring ISD. A teacher there now charged, accused of fondling students at a Christmas party.
Yeah, story we've been following since last night. ABC13's Erica Simon has more on the investigation.
There's no way of downplaying this or beating around the bush. This is downright scary for some parents we spoke with off camera. They drop their kids off here each and every day with hopes that they'll be getting their education and learn to become productive citizens. They never imagined they would be in harm's way. Danilo Martinez is accused of the unthinkable, fondling innocent children not once but several times.
And the indication is that all three private areas were touched.
Yes,
at different times, one of the times being a Christmas party.
Martinez is a third-grade bilingual teacher at Eichenrod Elementary. His attorney says he's originally from El Salvador but has been in Houston 30 years. An employee at the school sounded the alarm and told the principal after hearing students talk about his alleged acts. According to court records, both 10-year-old victims told police they had been touched on their chest and genital area inside and outside their clothing more than once. The records go on to say that one said he would ask for hugs, and when confronted about it, he allegedly admitted to hugging students but denied touching them inappropriately. No one answered the door at Martinez's Northwest Harris County home, but his neighbor is heated.
Come on now. Anybody do something like that, you don't want to know what I do.
Spring ISD released a statement that reads in part, quote, "As soon as the school and district were made aware of the allegation in December, Martinez was immediately removed from the classroom and his students' parents were notified. Martinez has been suspended without pay and recommended for termination." I reached out to Spring ISD, and as of 4:30 this afternoon, before the administrative office closed, they tell me Martinez has not been terminated. All of this is pending. They do, however, want families to get together and talk. Reach out to your kids. If there's any inclination or fear that there could be more victims out there, you're asked to come forward. Reporting in North Harris County, Erica Simon, ABC13 Eyewitness News.
Erica, thanks. Now from Spring ISD to HISD.
Yeah, that's right. So BELLAIRE High School, we're following the developments there. So a funeral for Cesar Cortez is Saturday, and today the accused shooter, he was actually in court.
That's right. Also happened today, those students there from BELLAIRE High School protesting school gun violence. They actually did a sit-in there at the HISD headquarters. I'm telling you, students came out in droves protesting
Really
against, they're very concerned about what went on there at their school when it comes to this gun that was on campus. ABC13's Maya Shea has been following this story since the beginning. She has more on the investigation.
It's a week really hard to comprehend for BELLAIRE High School students and their parents. They lost a friend, and another student is now charged with manslaughter. And yet they feel like they have not gotten enough answers from school administrators. So today they protest.
Justice for Caesar! Justice for Caesar!
They didn't think they would have to rally against gun violence in their own school.
You think this is going to happen to other schools, you see it all the time, but you never expect it to be your school.
They didn't think they have to stand in front of HISD headquarters demanding that the superintendent and other leaders jump into action because they say the BELLAIRE principal needs additional support.
It's keeping everybody together, which is great. but our principal, he's doing all that he can with the resources that he's given.
Students see few other options other than protesting. It's been a devastating week. Their classmate, Cesar Cortez, was shot in the ROTC storage room, and just today, his 16-year-old classmate, already charged with manslaughter, appeared in court. The judge ruled he must stay in custody. With Cesar's funeral set for this weekend, BELLAIRE High School's Students Demand Action Group, along with local Moms Demand Action Group, held the vigil and the rally today, not just to honor him, but to prevent future tragedies from happening.
We decided that having a Students Demand Action chapter here was important because we were at risk as students, and then we were at risk as people who cared about the politics of the situation and addressing it on a larger scale.
Interim Superintendent Granita Lathan has not yet answered questions specific to what happened at BELLAIRE. Students say they certainly would like some answers and would like to know what HISD administrators are willing to do going forward to make their community safer. Reporting on the north side, Maya Shea, ABC 13. Eyewitness News.
Maya, thanks for the very latest on that. Turning now to weather, a front is set to move in.
That's right, and on Sunday, of course, all the folks are going to be out there, the Houston Chevron Marathon. Let's go to Chief Forecaster David Tillman for more.
Hello, meteorologist David Tillman. We've got a cold front coming in for your Saturday. Before the cold front arrives, we're going to continue with warm and humid conditions. And as we go through the overnight hours tonight, we're expecting some light fog, some drizzle, and light rain to develop as well. So not the nicest of nights to be out there. That will continue during the morning hours coming up on your Saturday with the rain showers off and on and some fog as well. Then the front will blow through around midday or so. Late in the afternoon, we think the rain will be done for most areas. Temperatures are still going to be on the mild side by then, but by the time you wake up on Sunday morning, that strong northerly wind is going to kick in and drop our temperatures down into the low and middle 40s. You put that together with wind speeds between 15 to 20 miles per hour, and you get feels-like temperatures first thing Sunday morning in the 30s. So if you're heading out to spectate the marathon, you will need to dress for cold weather because it's certainly going to be that way, at least at first. Temperatures make it back to 50 degrees at 10, 54 by noontime. It'll be completely sunny throughout that time period. By the time we get to Martin Luther King Day, it's still going to be cold out there, but not quite as windy. 37 at 7, 47 at 10, 53 at 1, and 55 degrees by the time we get to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, you guys, so it's the weekend, and we know a lot of people are out and about, but we still have to watch out for all of those road closures out there, Chauncey.
That's right. Elisa Rivas has us covered.
We're preparing you for a major closure tonight at midnight. All main lanes southbound of the West Loop at Woodway. This includes the Katy Freeway direct connectors down to those main lanes. Your alternate route is Chimney Rock, reopening at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Also, the East Freeway, a closure eastbound from Magnolia to Spur 330. All throughout the weekend. Hopefully it will reopen the San Jacinto River Bridge of the East Freeway eastbound come Monday morning. We have more traffic information for you, including live traffic data at abc13.com/traffic.
Okay, so now let's look ahead here on Monday. It is Martin Luther King, but today, this Friday, you were actually out there judging the kids' MLK oratory competition, right? Always a great one.
Yeah, this is my second year judging, and I'm telling you, these kids amaze me every single year. They're so well spoken, they're mature, and they bring home their points just so clearly, and also very, they're very smart, and they're also very creative in the way they present their speeches. But this year, it was schools, it was guns in schools and gun violence that took center stage. Take a watch.
It is my belief that Dr. King would want 2020 to be a year without gun violence.
To turn on the TV and see people murdered at traffic stops and in their own homes,
there's nothing we as Americans cannot do if we just try.
Their topic, what would Dr. King's vision be for America in 2020?
He would do this by challenging the absence of anti-trafficking legislation.
Where do we see racism in our daily lives?
Though young, these 4th and 5th graders spoke on some hard topics from politics to religion and racism, but one glaring theme, guns in school.
We are told to gather around her and crouch down like this, and we're not allowed to say a word.
Little Brandon Kerbo took on a dark and grim matter no child should ever have to endure, vividly detailing how his school was put on lockdown.
Then I tell myself, this is just an alarm, a drill. I hope.
It is real. Active shooter training is now all a part of a child's reality when learning at school.
She puts up a small piece of black construction paper over the tiny window in the door so nobody can look in and
Brandon's heart-stopping speech won him first prize. The fourth grader from Crespo Elementary School even spoke about the recent shooting at BELLAIRE High School.
It feels really important to tell everybody that this is happening to kids, and it might be your own kid that may be experiencing this at their own school.
And it's sad that that's a reality now
really
for those
is.
kids.
So smart.
I
Just
know.
so
And you
bright
met him, just such a cool little kid.
He
Yeah.
was here at the ABC studios for the 3 o'clock newscast, and I mean, gosh, just a kid you want to get to know. He's
It is.
amazing.
Great way to wrap up Friday evening's evening news. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a great Friday night, friends. Of course, you can catch us at tonight at 10 o'clock on ABC 13. Have a great weekend, friends. Thanks for being with us.
See ya.